right, hey Claire, we are starting the chapter review. We decided we're going to start from the back because that's like fresh in our brains. And start from the back, maybe work to the front. So 23, 24, you know how to do one together and then one on your own? And we'll check.
Yeah.
One together, one on your own. Which one together?
24.
24 together?
Harder one.
They're both the same. They're exactly the same. 24 together. Here we go. Sine of t, cosine of t, tangent of t. Okay. Cosecant, secant, cotangent. And we know cotangent. 1.7643. Which one are you going to find first? Tangent. 1 divided by? 0.5668. Got it. Okay. Now what are you going to find? We have options. We have to use the Pythagorean identity next. So we're either going to use the one that involves tangent or the one that involves cotangent. Doesn't matter. What? Tangent. Okay, what's the Pythagorean identity that involves tangent?
1 plus tangent squared is equal to secant squared.
1 plus tangent squared equals secant squared? Okay, so. What?
You have your blue sheet.
You have your blue sheet. You get to use that. They're all on there. Yep. Okay, so tangent, we already know what tangent is. Tangent is 0.5668. We're going to square that and add it to 1, and that's what secant squared is. So if I want just secant, take the square root of that when you're done. So 1 plus 0.5668 squared, and then the square root. 95 is what it rounds to. Okay, somebody else get that? Okay, 1 divided by cosine will be something. 0.8699 because it's 1 divided by. Okay, now which one do you want to find next? Sine, and I always do tangent equals sine divided by cosine. So I know tangent is 0.5668. I know cosine is 0.8699. So when I have it written out like that, how do I find sine? Nope. I'm going to multiply by 0.8699 and multiply by 0.8699. 0.4930? 31? Anybody else get that?
Yep.
Okay, 1 divided by cosecant. 82. Okay, good? Happy with that? All right, you want to try to do 23 on your own? Yeah? Do you want me to check with you? Okay. Except I don't have a calculator. I can do this. We can do this with a phone. Can we do this with a phone? I don't recommend doing it with a phone. You guys are not allowed to use a phone. These phones suck for a calculator. But I will try it with a phone because that's all I have. Because you guys have stolen all of mine. Now, you might use a different identity than I do, and that is totally fine.
What identity would you use to get from sine?
What?
What identity would you use from sine to get from sine?
To get from sine, I would probably use, so I'm going to use sine squared plus cosine squared equals 1. If you have sine.
Okay.
Yeah? That's what I'm going to use. Did you guys get this for sine? Just to make sure that's the right button on my calculator. Okay, perfect. Okay.
You got that?
You didn't get that?
You're real funny. How is there a score display? Shut up.
phone thing is working real swift for me.
Oh,
You know?
It was
So
bad.
you're saying
I
just
thought.
use phones?
No. This is very confusing, but I'm working some magic over here is what I'm saying. Whoa. Rounding. Almost got me. Anybody concur?
Yep.
Yeah.
I did it right.
You didn't round properly?
No, I did it
Well, I kind of did it.
I almost messed up on the tangent one.
Can you tell me why I did it wrong?
8.
Which one did you get wrong?
I disagree with your cosine and tangent.
I agree with all of the above,
Me too.
except for on cosine.
Did you not get the same cosine as me?
I
Did you
just-
use this one?
I got .9866.
Is that what you used?
So
Oh, hey guys,
Rounding
you do that. Make
difference.
sure you take the square root.
Yeah, you gotta take the square root.
I did that and I got 6.1425 for cosine.
So did you put 0.1628 squared
cosine?
plus cosine squared
That's my.
equals 1, right?
I just like
It has to be
So
one.
you're gonna
plus
square
that.
this, you're gonna square this, and then you're gonna take 1 minus that
I
number,
think
right?
they
Because you're gonna
can
subtract it to the other side.
Oh, I did 1 divided.
Yeah.
Ah.
1 minus. You're gonna subtract it to the other side. Okay?
Which one is that?
Alright, then whatever you get for that, you're gonna take the square root of that to get cosine. Anybody else want me to look at what they
I
did
didn't do that.
wrong?
What did you
I
get?
just wrote down what she did.
It's close enough.
I don't know.
Just go through your steps.
So then you take the square root of what you got after my
Yes, because you want just cosine and you have cosine squared. And she should get 0.9867.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go. Now you're better. Now, some of you guys are finding that it's a snowball effect, so if you screw up the first one, the other 4 are like down the toilet.
Are we done?
Oh, we go to lunch after this. We got like 20 minutes left. We're gonna do the easy ones. Actually, we're gonna do the hard ones. Should we do 20 through 22?
Yeah.
wait, let me check and make sure. I do
Wait,
that.
Hey, these ones are like the same ones that you had already.
I was gonna say this was like.
Oh, 22. You're gonna get confused on
What
22.
did
we
you
not do
Let's
22?
do 22 then.
No, 22 is super nice. I love it.
Oh, my.
But it looks weird. Should we go to 22? 22 next?
Didn't we just do that?
22 we did not. Okay, the top. All right, check this out, folks. Ready? The top of 22.
Well, I mean, like on the
How many pieces is the top of 22?
Like 85.
3.
I can't
5.
count that high.
1, 2, 3. All right, we're gonna do some pretending. Are you ready? We're gonna do some pretending. We are going to pretend that cosine is x.
Okay.
Okay? So basically this top right here says x squared plus 4x plus 4. You feeling it?
Yeah.
Over x plus
Okay?
So it's
The
like a
bottom
simple
says
Oh, no.
x plus 2.
Ooh.
Right? Like if we let x, like cosine take the place of, like x take the place of cosine. This is literally a trinomial on top and then the x plus 2 on the bottom.
You can't do that.
You totally can. You totally can.
So the answer is x plus 2.
Well, nah.
Putting in one.
Cosine
Okay?
plus 2.
So, this is a simple trinomial. What can you multiply to get 4 but add to get 4?
X plus 2.
X plus 2 and x plus 2. Okay?
Take away x
Cosine
plus
is t
2.
plus 2.
So,
Cosine
one
plus
of the x plus 2's can cancel. So, I have x plus 2 left over as an answer. But x is not x. X is actually cosine of t, right?
Do we
Plus
have to
2.
put T? Oh, you can count off of that.
Probably not, but put it there right now because you just said.
But why?
Cosine of t plus 2. Did you see how that
Looks
works?
like cost.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it does
for
look like
shizzle.
cost.
We did the other 2 on our homework.
Yeah, the other 2 are done on your homework.
It's both cost with X.
T, silly.
T.
Same thing.
Oh, wait, I put the T.
It's the same.
Okay, you want to try the other ones?
Cal, for 21, did you get cosine squared?
Which other ones?
For 20 and 21.
21, did you get cosine squared?
20 and 21.
No,
Try those.
Boo.
See what you get.
it's the same problem.
Yeah.
How did I do that wrong?
Okay, alright, should we skip to 19? Should we skip to 19?
No, you should leave some time, cause I need to put the bottom two on this.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
okay.
guess,
Okay,
but
well,
I turned in everything
we won't
else,
go for
but
very much longer.
13.
19.
Oh.
19, let's skip to 19. Okay, they give me two pieces of information. This thing right here. What does that first tell me?
Shaggy.
It's in the
Second quadrant.
That tells me second quadrant.
You look like Boma.
Okay.
I don't want to hear it.
Because where does pi over 2 live?
the
90 degrees, right? Where does pi live? 180 degrees. So, if t has to live between those two, I know I'm in the second quadrant. So draw a triangle in the second quadrant. Bow ties, not hourglasses. Okay, that just tells you that. All right, I know that cosine is negative 12 over 13, and cosine is the adjacent over hypotenuse. Okay, so that means the adjacent side is 12. I'm going to label him here. Adjacent side is 12. That's 12. We'll make him a different color. The hypotenuse side is 13. One of those is negative. The 12. Okay, now what's the third side going to be?
This is, no, wait.
You should know this.
No. If Libby doesn't know it, I forgot the thing, I know.
5.
It's a 5, 12, 13. Okay?
Ah.
You do the Pythagorean theorem. If you don't remember, do the Pythagorean theorem. It should be a 5. Now, should it be a positive 5 or a negative 5? Why? It's going up. Okay. It says then find sine of that. How do I find sine of this thing?
Opposite over adjacent.
Here's my angle. Sine is
Or opposite
OH.
over hypotenuse.
SOH. So opposite over hypotenuse. What's the opposite side?
5.
5. Hypotenuse side is
13.
13, and it should be positive. Because sine in the second quadrant is positive, right? 5 over 13 should be positive. Make sense? Good? Yeah. Okay? Good? Okay, what are they asking for in 18?
No clue.
Adding them up together.
Kind of, yeah, you're right. What is sine of pi over 2? How do I find that?
1. Look at your chart.
Yeah.
Look on your unit circle. Sine is the y coordinate. What's the y coordinate of pi over 2? Isn't it 1?
0.
Oh, I looked at the wrong one.
Sine of pi over 2 is 1. Agreed? What is sine at 0? Go to 0 degrees. What's the y coordinate at 0? 0. What is the x coordinate or the cosine value at 0? 1. So what's the answer? 2.
For 16, do you have decimal or radians? Or not decimal, degrees or radians?
Neither. Look
Jake,
on your unit
look
circle.
at your chart.
Look on your unit circle.
Look at your chart. At
When it says
5 over
exact
3.
value, that means no decimals.
Look at your XY. Look at your XY.
Oh.
Sine is Y.
All right, I'm gonna give you like
So the square root of 3 over 2.
a minute. See if you can decipher 17.
Sure, 3 over 2. What?
I'm gonna give you a minute. See if you can decipher 17.
What are you talking about?
You're just trying to figure out which quadrant. You've got a 25% chance of getting it right if you guess.
Number 2.
Nope. 31.
But yes.
Hey.
It's
Hey,
wrong.
Hey.
Is it negative?
I haven't looked.
Oh my goodness, you can't be.
It's not 2.
Wait, I want to figure it out.
I just guessed. Wait, no, it's not.
No, it's not.
17 is not 2. Ah.
So now you have a 33% chance of getting it right.
Actually,
Then
yeah,
it's
I-
3.
4.
No, it's not
No, it's
4
not
either.
1.
Ah, it's not 1.
It's 3, Chase.
It's not 2.
The hypotenuse.
It's 5.
5.
It's not 5. That is a fourth.
All right, you ready for 17?
gotta be one of them.
It says what quadrant? We know two things. We know cosine is negative. Okay, what is cosine?
Opposite of-
The x coordinate, right? So we're talking about the x coordinate being negative. All right, which quadrant has the x coordinates negative?
2 and 4.
2 and 3, right?
I mean, sorry.
X negative means we're going to the left, right? In which one of those is tangent positive?
Up.
Okay, tangent, if you think about it this way, is sine divided by cosine. If we know that cosine is negative, and if we want this to be positive, that means sine has to also be negative, right? Because a negative divided by a negative is a positive, right? So which of these quadrants, 2 and 3, has sine negative, or the y coordinate negative? 3. The third quadrant. Or you just look at your chart and say tangent is positive in the third, right? You guys have that written on your chart, right?
What?
Do you have it written on your chart that tangent's positive in the third quadrant? I think, let me go back to my chart here. Hold on. You should have written it somewhere on your chart looking like this, right? Right here in the middle.
Ah.
Yeah, do you see that? Tangent negative, tangent positive, you see that? That'll help you, okay? All right, good. Okay, let's go back. Let's do a couple more and then we will maybe quit. Okay. Find the exact value of sine of negative 5 pi over 3. When I say exact value, that means no decimals. So what do I do if I can't have decimals? Look on the chart, look on your unit circle, okay? Do you have a negative 5 pi over 3 on your unit
What
circle?
are we looking?
What?
What do we look at?
You're looking for negative 5 pi over 3 on your unit circle.
Ah.
Oh, we don't have.
But you don't have one, so what do we do first?
I didn't do it.
What?
Oh, you did 5 divided by 3.
No.
No? What?
You add.
Let's add 2 pi to get him to be a positive one, right? Like we can add 2 pi to make him a coterminal one, right? So my common denominator will be 3, so this will be 6 pi over 3. What's negative 5 pi over 3 plus 6 pi over 3?
11 pi over.
Nope,
What?
negative 5.
Oh,
Negative
pi
5
over
plus 6.
three.
Pi over
It's just pi over 3. So we are finding just sine of pi over 3. Sine pi over 3 is in the first quadrant. Sine is the y coordinate.
Square root of 3 over 2. Or 2.
Square root of 3 over 2.
I had a.
I feel like these problems aren't that hard if you know what they're asking, right? Maybe? But they're not that hard as soon as
Can
we
you
go
just
through
like be an interpreter on our test?
interpreter.
Yeah, you don't have to give us the answers. Just
Tell me I'm just
What?
why they're hard.
Oh, I do not remember how to go from seconds to degrees.
We'll go through that. We'll go
I
through
do
that on
not
Monday.
remember how to do that.
15,
Like
6
1 and
trig
2.
ratios.
Oh, you're on the outside.
For an angle whose terminal side passes through 6, negative 8. Where do we even
Oh, we'll just
start?
do it as a class. 16.
Fourth quadrant.
It's-
James says. Let's go to the fourth quadrant. So 6, negative 8 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, negative 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Something like there. Okay? Now I have my dots. Now what do I do with it?
Connect it.
Connect it.
Connect the dots.
And make a
Triangle.
triangle. Bow ties, not hourglasses. Awesome. Okay, let's label the sides. I know that this is 6 and this is 8, but
8 is opposite.
8 has to be negative. 8 is opposite. Yep.
6 is the
6 is the adjacent. Okay. We need to know the hypotenuse.
Negative square root of
6.
If you want to do the stuff, right? The Pythagorean theorem.
she's right, guys.
6 squared is 36. 8 squared is 64.
Ah.
That's 100. Oh, look at that.
And
Did you do that in your head or did you actually do it?
It's a 3, 4, 5.
This is, yeah, Libby says this is a 3, 4, 5 right triangle, right? A 6, 8, 10 is the same thing as a 3, 4, 5, but just like multiplied by 2. Okay, now question. Is the 10 positive 10 or negative 10?
positive. It's always positive.
Always positive for the hypotenuse. Okay, so this is H. Got it. Now, what are we trying to do with that?
Find ratio.
Find all of them. Sine of
Ah.
theta, cosine of theta, tangent of theta. We already know. Nope, we don't know any of them. Cosecant, secant, and cotangent. Okay? Alright, this is where you use your SOHCAHTOA stuff. Now I'm gonna do something real quick. 6, 8, 10. Libby said is a 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna reduce them here so I don't have to keep reducing over there. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So 6 is gonna become 3. 8, negative 8 is gonna become
4,
negative 4.
5.
And then this is gonna become 5. Now since they're reduced here, I don't have to keep reducing over there. Make sense? Sine is OH.
negative 4 over 5.
Negative 4 over 5. Okay, which means cosecant is negative 5 over 4. Cosine, AH. 3 over 5 and 5 over 3. Tangent, OA. Negative 4 over 3 and negative 3 over 4. Okay? Got it?
Good, because this is the radians and coffee stuff.
Okay, here's what I want you to do real quick. 13, 14, we'll stop there, but I want you to do number
Your line.
3 and do number
6.
4.
4.
Shut up.
Do 3 and
Wait,
4.
which number? Which 4?
Those are basic SOHCAHTOA sol for the side or whatever. Oh, the top 4. 3 and 4 that are right next to each other. Sorry, you have 2 4s. Do those 2 right now. And then we'll be done. Okay? Do those 2 right now for homework. You have like 15 minutes left, so do those 2. And you probably could do 4 and the other 4 and 5, but we'll save those. 3 and 4. Just do 3 and 4. Okay?
You only have one more of these left.
What the hell?
I did the rest of them for you.
Are we out of red casings or no? I think we're out of red casings. That was just our extra one. So I think we're done. I am terrible at doing that. I don't know how you do that so fast. I can't. Can't do it.
I'll trade you. You do that. I'll do that. You do the hats.
That's what I'm gonna do now. All right. Bye, Claire.